Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and it is a cool fall morning, and I've got a solution for a problem that I think will help a lot of people, and that is, how do we control wild pigs, feral hogs, from just destroying deer feeders and tearing everything up and running the deer off? Because as you guys know, we live in an area that's just solid timber mostly, and I put a feeder out. We live in Oklahoma. It is 100% legal to bait deer during deer season, so we're not breaking any laws. But feral pigs are a problem that plague people all over Oklahoma, Texas, I mean most of the South. And when you put up a deer feeder, obviously it draws in the pigs. And my goal was to hopefully get Houston to be able to hunt and shoot a pig around this feeder this year. But as you can see by all the trail cameras, there are lots of pigs coming in, but only at night. And in my experience over the years, a lot of people have always had issues. A lot of people tell me pigs will knock down their feeders. They run the deer out. Once the pigs show up, the deer don't want to come back. And a lot of people will take like the 3-foot tall hog panels and put up around, or build a fence around their feeder so that the deer can jump over and go in. But even that really doesn't work long term. I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of pictures where pigs will eventually root under those hog panels or just knock them down. So back in May, we had a meet and greet, and Joe from Premier One Supplies came down. Now, Premier One is the company that makes all of the electrified poultry netting, electrified sheep and goat netting. I also use the Premier One fence around my garden to keep the deer out, which it's like a 5.5, 6 foot tall fence. But after watching some of their videos on the hog netting, and I know if you follow Keeping It Dutch, you've seen this. Dutch strays all of his pigs this year inside their electrified pig netting. So I told Joe at our meet and greet, I said, wouldn't that work around a deer feeder? Because, I mean, it's only this tall. So it's short. Any deer that comes in is just gonna be able to hop right over and go into the feeder. It's gonna be electrified. It's got a solar electric charger. Why wouldn't that work to keep the pigs away from a deer feeder? So today, I'm gonna set up a hog fence around the deer feeder, and then we'll watch. I'm gonna put up 2 different game cameras, and we'll see if it keeps the pigs out. So let's get started. Well, that part was simple. What'd that take? Literally, what, a minute and a half to set up? So that is one 100-foot roll of Premier One hog fence. So basically it's a square, so 25 feet approximately each side. And I think that's plenty big enough for the diameter of area that the feeder's gonna throw corn. I mean, it's super short, but once we get it electrified, it should keep the pigs out and allow the deer to go in to eat. So the way this is set up, the bottom wire is not electrified. So when that's touching the ground, it will not be hot. The first hot wire is about, what's that, maybe 4 or 5 inches off the ground. So any pig that comes in here and tries to root around, they're instantly gonna get zapped on the nose. So the wires are spaced out about 2 inches, I believe, towards the bottom. And then looks like maybe 4 inches up here towards the top. I think this will work great. So Premier One also included some extra corner braces. These can be set up inside the net, pushed down in the ground inside the net to help hold that corner nice and tight. Or you can push them in at an angle on the outside. And this is what I do on my my deer fence to keep it tight at the top. And then you can hook a string on here and go from this to your original corner post, which will allow you to pull these corners nice and tight. So Premier One sent us a solar powered electrifier, and this is the Premier One IntelliShock 60. It's a little smaller than the one I use for my garden, but what I like about this is you don't have to have multiple ground rods. It comes with grooves in the bottom of it, and here's my grounding stake. And this just slides in, and then the whole unit is your grounding rod, which is kind of neat because it keeps this off the ground, and then we'll just run our grounding clamp down to here, and then our hot wire will connect directly onto the fence. So the two ends of the fence here at my corner have these little connection plates that just slide together and connect. So you just literally connect them together. That's going to hold the corner together, but it's also going to make this a complete circuit. Now we hooked the ground clamp that you saw us screw into our base that we drove down into the ground, and then the hot wire, the positive, just connects right onto the fence right there. I'm still sitting here trying to get everything hooked up, and there's literally a little buck 20 yards from me in the trees right there. I don't know if I can get him on video. Bella has no clue he's here. And that right there is why young bucks don't live very long. That guy literally walked through the timber, kind of snorted one time because I was talking to the camera and I looked over and saw him. Made it through the timber, went right down the tree line, there's the ground blind right there where Emily shot her big buck, and that guy just went through that trail down to the next field where we have a big food plot, and never cared about us one bit. Now the wind is blowing in my face right here, so he never could smell us. Bella never saw him. She never got fired up. pretty crazy right there. So everything's hooked up, got the solar charger ready to go, got the wires all tied up, hooked up. Now, one thing that's very important, I know you guys can't tell out here, but that tree line right there is the south, facing the south. So we are going to set our solar panel up facing the south. It's got several different adjustment grooves depending on the time of year. To set the angle, and Premier One sends a little chart to tell you which angle, how steep to set that. Anyways, it's all hooked up, everything's ready to go. I say we test it out and see what we get. Now this may be the most complicated part of the whole process. In order to turn it on, you simply push the button. And it has a little indicator here. As long as you have a green light, your battery's good. If it flashes green, then red, the battery's low, and then red light means obviously your battery's going dead completely. So I've got a little wireless tester here. We'll give it a test and see if it's hot. We'll test it right here by the charger, and then we'll move to the other side in a second. So the red light means it's not, there's nothing there. So let's go down by the fence. Green light, all the way to the top. All right, let's test it one more time over here. Green light, all the way to the top. That's as far from the solar charger as we can get. So like I said, this is just an idea that I proposed to Joe from Premier One Supplies. I didn't know if they'd ever tested this out on keeping feral pigs out of a deer feeder, but I think it will allow the deer to go in, keep the pigs out. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a couple different, I'm gonna put up 2 different game cameras. I mean, it'd be really cool if we could get some video clips and some pictures of a feral pig sticking his nose to that fence and getting shocked. Because clearly they're not gonna come in the daytime. They are very sensitive to hunting pressure. They're smart animals. People don't give a pig much credit for how intelligent they are. Obviously the deer don't seem to mind us too much. The pigs are very sensitive to pressure, and they know when you're out here, they know when you're hunting them. Put a little bit of pressure on them and they go nocturnal fast. So I'm tired of feeding them at night. That's all that's going on here. The feeder goes off, the deer come in, eat a little bit, and then at night the pigs just wrap it all up and camp out and lay under it for all I know. So maybe this will work. So let's set up a couple game cameras and then we'll leave them out for a week or so and see what we get. All right, 2 game cameras set up on opposite corners. both set on video, so we'll see what we get. I think it'll work. I think this is a good idea. Who knows? The pigs may go straight through it. The deer may walk up, stick their nose to it, get shocked and run off. I think the deer will learn how to get over that really fast. I mean, it's only 2 feet tall, so the deer will go right over the top of it. I don't think that'll be a problem. So if you're interested in getting a setup like this, I'll leave a link in the description box down below to Premier One's website. I saved the tag so you guys could know exactly which wire I'm using. This is the Feral Hog Net 102412, so you can see that. And I'll leave a link to Premier One's website to that, and the IntelliShock 60 solar fence charger. I think this will work. I mean, I know a lot of people have had that problem, a feral hog getting in and destroying their deer feeders, knocking them over, eating all the corn, just messing everything up. They're a problem. They are a problem. They're hard to deal with, and they're not going away. So it is what it is. I mean, you can see out here, you can see where they're rooting up our field, which I know we're drawing them in with corn, but they're here anyways. It's just part of the game. So I'm excited. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it wasn't a waste. But if it doesn't work, we'll try something different. And then next spring, I'm really planning on getting some hogs to raise and process. So this is the exact setup basically that Dutch used to raise all of his pigs all year inside that 100-foot roll of electrified hog net. So we'll see if it works. So that's all I've got for today, guys. Let me know in the comments section down below if you've ever tried anything like this with electrified netting around a deer feeder. Maybe plenty of other people have tried it and had success or failures. I don't know, but I won't know unless I try myself. So here we go, guys. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, since it's just Bella and I today, we'll see you on the next video. Ain't that right, Bella? Ain't that right? You say see you on the next video, or peace, or something that all the rest of the family says? Nope.